We're almost live. Uh, we are live.
How many are we now?
If you have not gotten anybody, maybe you can still share the link to the. It is the same
Yeah.
link that we use. So the link is going to be like this now. Before sharing it, we pop up to pop what is on first.
You obey the clerical call.
Okay, we have people joining already. I think we can start now.
Okay. How many are we?
We have 4 people online with us now. Maybe
Hello,
if you are online with us,
everyone.
you can just comment. Okay.
If you're online, just send an emoji in the chat section. Okay. Thank you all for coming on board. Good evening and welcome once more. You already know what time it is. It's time to get oriented. Whether you are pumped or you're panicking or you're pretending to know what NYS is all about, you are in the right place this evening. Like this evening, we're diving into the four cardinal points of NYSC. Like you can see on the platform, the real gist which someone told you before camp, snacks and khaki trays and all of that. So grab your seat. Yeah, hold your seat tight. Come and sit in the front here with us. Yeah, don't mind me for that. So it's about to be good. Now let us get started properly. Let me bring up the ever ready, ever sharp brother Farouk. We'll be breaking down something we all sing, but we rarely think about it, which is the NYC anthem. I mean, most of us just go to camp. Come to think of it, we just go to camp, sing the NYC anthem like everyone. We don't even know what it means. We don't even know the idea behind it. So Brother Farouk is going to be emphasizing more on this and let us know what it's all about. So, Brother Farouk, please come on board.
So, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to the Cardinal Points of the NYC service. One of the most important thing in the NYC service is the NYC anthem. Like, everybody's going for NYC anthem. It's why it's very important that you know the anthem. A lot of people just use bass, speaking the Nigerian anthem, and everybody joins without knowing the anthem. As you can see on the screen here, the first stanza of the NYC anthem is what is being sing, what people sing in NYC. The one that says, "Youths obey the clerical call." Let us lift our nation high under the sun and in the rain with dedication and selflessness. Nigeria is ours. Nigeria we serve. What I can connote for you from the first standard of the NYSC, the one that is being sang in NYSC. And I think we should also look at the fact that why is it only that standard that a lot of people know? You see, that particular standard, the first standard of the stanza of the NYSC anthem, speak more about reasons why you are in the NYSC, what the NYSC thing is taking you on board for, why you are in camp and everything. It's talk really more about patriotism. Nigerian youths obey the clerical call. You are obeying the call to serve your country, Nigeria. We are Nigerians, and we are patriotic Nigerians, and we are meant to serve our country. Youth like us, Nigerian graduates who are just people living the university, coming down to serve Nigeria. We are serving Nigeria to lift our nation high. Yes, and really, like to just lift our nation high. Nigeria can be great again. Nigeria is a great country. It is the giant of Africa, and we youth are going there to obey the clerical call to lift our nation high under the sun and in the rain. You see, under the sun and the rain means that wherever, anywhere you are actually able to serve Nigeria with dedication and selflessness. Nigeria is hearts. If you come from Nigeria, the NYC itself is a structure meant to unite everybody, a patriotic thing to bring everybody together. Nigeria is ours, and Nigeria we serve. You come from different school. Mhm. Anybody going for the NYC, if you are uni learning graduates, the uni learning has this mantra of better by far. You are going over there to lift our nation high, to tell people the kind of personality you are. Go there to the NYC to show people that you're actually better by far. You're truly better by far. They also have another mantra, proprietors doctrina, they call it, learning by character. You are going there to uphold the flag of the fact that you are learned enough and you have the good character to leave this country high. And you see a lot of people, there are a lot of beautiful people who have actually bring this country high. Anywhere, wherever you go, the uni learning graduates will always be proud of the JAMB registrar, Professor Loyede, to tell you that yes, we are truly better by far. We are lifting this country high. We have answered the clerical call, and under the sun and in the rain, we would serve Nigeria. UI graduates who are here will tell you that yes, the University of Ibadan is the first and the best. You are going to NYSC, you are going there, try as much to lift the country high, telling all the core members that you are the first and the best. Apart from the fact that the NYSC anthem connotes patriotism, like patriotic Nigerians, you as yourself going to the NYSC program, a UI graduate, tell them that you're the first and the best. LASU graduates, LASU has this mantra: we are LASU, we are great. If you're a LASU graduate who is going for NYSC too, you have to that mantra needs to follow you to camp. That yes, we are LASU, we are great. Another thing that comes with the NYSC anthem is that it symbolizes shared prosperity. We live in a world of shared prosperity. And we are not people that connote tribalism. People who are Yorubas mixed with the Igbos, mixed with the Hausa people. We live in a world of shared prosperity, that we can do better, and that we can do better. For instance, now BUK graduate, Bayero University, Kano, their former VC, a former VC, who is Professor Ataru Jega. Professor Ataru Jega is the former INEC chairman, and he will tell you that yes, he has lifted this nation high. He has made Nigeria proud. So, core members who are going for NYSC, as it goes, it is not only enough to learn about the NYSC anthem, it is like you have to put more of these things into action. Tell people what you truly are. Let them know that uni learning graduates are better by far. Like you have this learning and character. Let UI graduate. Let them know that you are the first and the best. Yes, that you can lift this country high. LASU graduate to tell them that greatness actually live in them. That we are LASU, we are great. That we live in a world of shared prosperity. Represent your school very well. Represent your personality very well. Represent Nigeria very well. That you can live and that you can make this country great again. That's a lot that you can. Many people. That's what the NYSC anthem connotes. Many things. Forever where you go. The NYC program is the start of many beautiful things for many beautiful people, and a lot of things will speak for you there. A lot of things will speak for you there. You're going to be deserving of honor. Look at the BUK graduate and BUK VC, the former VC, which is Professor Ataru Jega, the former INEC chairman. Wherever you go, is a former INEC chairman, and he's doing better. Uni learning graduates will forever be proud of Professor Isa Koloyede, because he has done well in JAMB, like being a JAMB register. He has made the nation proud. He has obeyed the clerical call. He has lived this country high, under the sun and in the rain. He has with dedication and selflessness, and he has made this country proud. With this, I hope I've done better by telling you what the NYSC anthem is, and I return back the speaker back to the moderator. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that swift analysis. That was so good. That was so good. No more under the sun or in the rain. I don't know what it means. I hope people available here I hope you are with your notepad, your jotter, your pen, because it's about to be really so good. Now let's get into the real gist of this evening. Our speaker. Can I see you appreciating the speaker through the chat section, please? Are you with us? Please let me see your comments rolling in. Let me see your comments. Let me see your comments rolling in. Let me see that you are with us fully. Okay. Thank you all for your attention. This brother is not new to the NYSC streets. I know you might know him, and some has known him for a long time. Some are just knowing him, and some will be knowing him for the first time, because I realize we all share this link with our friends, and some are just on this for the very first time. So he's not new to the NYSC street. He's loaded. I mean, when I say he's loaded with real gems to make your service here less confusing. And let me say more fulfilling. Yeah. Please let's jam hands together to welcome our speaker, Brother Uthman Habib, also known as Bright Habib. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I really appreciate Brother Farouk for this great analysis that you did for us. It was fantastic. Thank you so much for that. And Sister Habiba Oreolua, uh, that my introduction, I was just smiling. Thank you so much. So, without beating about the bush, because time is not by our side, I would just like to delve into the topic of today, which says the cardinal points of NYSC. So, when we are talking about the cardinal points of NYSC, we are talking about the four main activities that we are going into the national service to do. But before I delve fully into the topic, I would like to start with a brief history of why of NYSC. Why do we have NYSC? Some of us do not know this, and it's going to help the main idea of why we are going. So, uh, there was a time in Nigeria that, okay, as a pluralistic country that we have, there was a time in Nigeria whereby, um, we cannot really be united by our languages, and our cultures are different. So that's something that happened. They call it the Civil War. Civil War happened. So the governor that was on seat then was the General Yakubu Gowon. So after the Civil War, they are now looking for things. They are now looking for ideas to bring Nigeria to become united. Nigerians are pluralistic in nature. We have different ideologies. Many things about us are different. So how are we going to be united so that we can achieve the main goal of our country? So NYSC, the idea of NYSC came about, and that is the why of NYSC. So to train people who are educated, if people who are educated, they are solving, they are out of this problem. Any problem that you create with the knowledge you have, it is not easy for you to solve the problem. But when those who have knowledge are trying to create solutions, so we can have a lasting solution. So the target was on Nigeria graduates, people who have graduated from the higher institution. So we so people graduated from the higher institution was the target, and from there we were able to they were able to do it, and the idea is a very nice idea. The main idea of NYC is national integration. National integration to bring people from different parts of the country, different ideologies, different culture, different. They have a lot of differences. Bring them together under the same roof, give them orientation, give them their tasks, give them some tasks to do, make them to like themselves, and make them to work together. And at the end, they are going to finalize and receive a certificate for being part of this program. So NYC, if you want to say it as a layman, into four cardinal points. The first one is the initial training and the introduction to the main scheme, NYC. And NYC, the full meaning of NYC is um, the full meaning of NYC is the National Youth Service Corps. Please excuse me. I quickly want to do something. Okay, sorry about that. Are you still with me? Okay, now I was explaining that as a layman, we can say, okay, the first step is going into the service, the introductory part. So the main aspect of the service is the whereby we are going to be saying it. But as a layman, we can call it job placement during the NYSC. So people are going to use this opportunity to get experience. Some people have just gone to school. They don't have any work experience. They don't have anything to do. So with this second aspect, they are going to have it there. Participation in local development projects. So we can call it like that, analyzing and receiving certificates. But in the main term of the NYSC, we call it orientation course. So the first cardinal point of NYSC is the orientation. Graduates need graduates to go into graduates who want to go into um that want to go into another people's state, that want to go into the place he or she has not lived before. He needs to get some orientation of how to behave there, how to live there, how to unite with them. So that is the first aspect, the initial training and preparation for the main service. The orientational course is a very, very, should I call it demanding? It's a very, very sweet and difficult time. Although we can just term this as discipline. So graduates are going to enjoy it. graduates usually enjoy it, and on the second side, for most people, feelings. So, like for me, as experience is that I can say I enjoy my service here. Okay, let me say I enjoy my orientation, the orientation course of the 21 days. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy it so much, and I can say I was so stressed. I was very very stressed in it as well. So it is a kind of mixed feelings. So the primary aspect about that. So it is the main rule. So depending on the course you study, so this is going to give you some experience. So then we have the community development service, that is the CDS. So whereby you look at your host community, you look at the place you have been posted to. It can be far in the bush, far in a place that they need graduates to help them. So what is the carry out? What are the things you are going to do, and they will always remember you. You can see when we get to some places, maybe maybe we are traveling, or we just get to some place, we might just see NYSC batch something something set of something something. They did this well. They dug this well. They influenced the government to clear this road, to do this, to build this school, and so on. So that is the idea of the CDS in summary. Then winding up and passing out is the main term we use for concluding your service. So NYSC is divided into 4 cardinal points. The first one is the orientation course. Now we are going to deep dive into the orientation course now. So when I talk about orientation course, there are many things that we are going to the orientation camp to do. The first one is to understand the objectives of NYSC. So when we are talking about the objective of NYSC, what are we saying? Objective of NYSC is the first and the main objective of NYSC is the national. Excuse me, please. Okay, so sorry about that. So we are the main and the first objective of NYSC is national integration. We want people to come together and to live together to achieve a common goal. So the next thing we are talking about is the environmental awareness. So you are going into a land you have not lived before. Imagine a Jamil that has never to the southwest before, that has never been to the Yoruba land before, coming from the north, primary school, secondary school, and everything was done in the north. So he's coming to the southwest or to the south to serve. So you need to be aware of the environment. You need you need um, you need some information about them. You need to learn some brief things about this. You need many information about them. So this is part of environmental awareness, and there are always a lot of lectures that is going on in the NY as regarding this. Then the role preparation, our main purpose, our main action, the main activity of the NYSC is the PPA. So they are going to prepare you. They are going to give you lessons on how to be successful and do well with your PPA. Then the skill development. This is what we call the SAID ED, skills acquisition and empowerment development. So you are going to learn. You are free to learn skills in the camp. So there are a lot of skills from carpentry to tiling to digital marketing to any skills you can think of, cooking, um, sewing, and so on, construction, and learn all these things in the orientation camp. So from there, if you feel that you don't have any hand skills, you can develop interest for any of these. And also national consciousness. We are going to have some information about the country, some of the things we do not know about the country before. We are going to have some agencies to come and tell us this. And as well, discipline. When we're talking about the discipline part, we don't we don't usually like it. So discipline is that there is always time for everything. Every single time, every single thing, there is time for it. And we call it a regimented area. Regimented area in the sense that you are being controlled by soldiers. Although soldiers on camp are always more friendly than when they are outside. So they are going to tell you the time to sleep, the time to wake up. They are going to tell you the time to be on the parade ground. They are going to tell you the time to do virtually everything. You cannot just decide that, okay, I am not going to the class. No, everything is compulsory. So far it is happening, you have to be there. So we are having physical and mental training as well. Physical and mental training. So physical and mental training. So this can involve the manual, the competition, Mr. Macho, and also talking about the collective responsibility that we have on camp. This is in terms of as you have registered on camp, as we have registered. Okay, I'm going to the next slide. As you have registered on camp, you are going to be divided into different groups, which is called platoons. So these groups are called platoon, and inside this platoon, you are going to have competitions, you are going to have fun, you are going to have tasks to do. So now let's start from the orientation activities, some of the that we do in camp. The first thing is that you get to the camp on the day you are supposed to report to. So I say PCMs shall complete initial. That is, they are going to do registration. The one that is physically and the one that is digitally, they are going to do it, and they are going to submit their documents. Out of these, their documents is their medical fitness, medical reports, and maybe their green card, their ID card, the one they get from the school, their NIN card. So everything that they use to get their physical identity, they get it. Then, and also one of the most important is bank account creation. Bank account creation is always one of the last, and biometrics is before bank account creation. So biometrics, the one that you did while registering, you are going to redo another one again. So is that one that you are going to be using during we are going to get to that. So and bank account creation, try to get everything you need, like your BVN number, like your NIN number, and everything that is required for you to open another bank. So you might want to ask question as regard bank that, okay, what if I give them the account I want to use? No, you are not going to give them the account you want to use. You are going to uh, you are going to be created with a new account. You are going to create a new account for your account. So now, after all this, in 2 days, so swearing in is not the first activity. You would have started the camp activities like the parade, but like the parade, like the marching, like being in the kitchen for the platoons that will be on duty, sweeping and so on. But everything, the first major activity of camp is the swearing in. So fresh core members are going to be sworn in. You can see I use PCMs here and I use fresh core members here. Immediately you have been sworn in, you are now a bona fide copper. You are now a bona fide, a fresh core member. So you are going to be sworn in. You are going to take oath of allegiance to abide by the NYSC by rule. I have sent the one copy of the NYSC bylaw to the group, so you can go through it. There are a lot of things to, a lot of rules that we need to know our rights, and we are going to know what we are meant to do and what the do's and don'ts of NYSC. Then also one of the major activity on camp is taking lessons, lesson. I always say it when I was on camp that if a class is getting more than 2 hours and the lecturer continue going on and going on and going on, students have the liberty to just leave. They will just leave the class and and the lecturer might not even do many things about it. But NYSC, it is compulsory to be in camp. It is compulsory for you to be in class. So you are going to take lessons, take skill acquisition. All these are part of the lessons. The lesson of the camp lesson is always minimum of 5 hours. You'll be on the spot. Different lecturers will be coming from different agencies to be giving you different lectures about how you are going to live your service here successfully. So we said we have fun as well. There are competitions. There are a lot of things that is happening there. So in terms of the fun, when I'm talking about the fun participation, we have dance competitions, we have dance and drama, and this is always so interesting. So I said in the first that we are going to be shared into different platoons. We have platoons from platoon 1 to 10. So platoon 10 is like platoon 0. So sometimes they address it as platoon 0, and sometimes they address it. Even the soldiers usually say you call the number before the platoon. That is 1 platoon, platoon, 3 platoon, 4 platoon, up to 10 platoon. But you can still call it platoon 1, platoon 2, and so on. So we have the dance and drama competition. It is always done in the hall or in the auditorium. It is always fun. So people who love social life, social activities, they enjoy this so much. So we have one of the things we prepare for while we are going to camp of the fun and activities is the Mrs. NYSC. Miss NYSC and Mr. Macho is the same program. So Mr. Macho is someone who is strong and confident, is going to come out to represent. So it is still competition between all the platoons. So he's going to come out to represent the platoon, showing his muscles, flexing it, and showing it. You get the way they do it. So and NYC is going to Miss NYC is going to have some parade and so on. So if you are interested in these things, you can just prepare yourself and show up and so the fourth one is the interplatoon competition. That is the military military drills. So the military drill, we are going to have parade competition as well. So the soldiers are going to train you. If you see corpers marching, you'll be thinking they have been into military for long because soldiers are training them very well. So you see the way they march, see the way they take those steps, and everything is very, very fine. So talking about the tug of war, I think this one is during the man of war drill. So we can still have interplatoon competition around the man of war drill. So man of war is going to, it is during the man of war drill that you see pictures of people, they take while standing on a rope, while being in one bush carrying gun and leaf all over their body, while walking inside a tunnel, while doing so many of these fun activities, while climbing some hill. So some people are even going to learn with real time. So it is this manual drill that we have it. Then we also have sports competition like the football. It is played between the platoons. We have the volleyball. Volleyball so is also there. I don't know. NYC really pay attention to this volleyball because I noticed it is all camps. All camps they play volleyball. So table tennis is not all camp, but we have some camps that play table tennis as well. So cooking competition. If you know you are confident about your cooking, so there is cooking competition for you. Just try to bring yourself outside and show interest. Your platoon and everybody is going to be there for you. So now we are moving to the aspect of the PPA. The PPA is the second cardinal point of the NYSC. Uh, I said the main focus of NYSC is to bring civilization and development to some rural areas. So inside the NYSC bylaw, we are going to see it that any PPA that you are being assigned to, just take it by faith. That is why most of the time, corps members are being posted to schools, except your discipline says says otherwise. So, but most of the time you'll be posted to around your discipline. You'll be posted around, you'll be posted to PPA, place of primary assignment around your discipline. And the first one NYSC is focusing on is agriculture. For graduates to study agriculture related courses, they'll be posted around the agricultural sector. So we have the health. Those who study, the medical students, they are going to the health sector as well. So the education, education as well. Education is so important. Many couples will later find themselves in school. So if you study education, just forget there is almost nowhere you are going. You are going to school. So infrastructure as well. You study engineering, you are going to the engineering aspect. So now we want to speak some things about the PPA. You know, PPA is like the main, the main of your service here. That is, you know, in the orientation camp, you will only be spending 3 weeks. That is 21 days. So the rest of the days you have into your service is going to be in your PPA. So, and there are rules in the bylaw that says you have to be diligent, you have to be good in your PPA. So these things are just normal things that we need to know as graduates. But some more things that are really related to the course is, the first thing is that I wrote it here that on the last day of camp, there are some people that are going to relocate. There are some people that are going to get away from the state they are posted to. So one first thing that we need to know that is, if you have been posted to a state, you have been deployed to a state, that is the state you are meant to serve. So that is the state you are meant to be serving. So, but some people are going to relocate away from that state. So if you did not relocate and you stay on camp, on the last day of camp, you are your place of primary assignment letter. So you are going to find the address, you are going to navigate, you are going to find the address of the place you have been posted. Then you go there, you take your letter to the place, and then uh, it is either you are accepted or rejected from the place based on their need. So after that, let's say you are accepted, you go to your NYSC secretariat for documentation. Let's say you are rejected, you still go to your NYSC secretariat for another posting, for reposting of PPA. So during your documentation, those that you used that you used to register for NYSC in camp, including your PPA posting letter. These are the things that you use to do your documentation. And also, one thing we need to know about PPA is our monthly biometrics. Our monthly biometrics. So having this monthly biometrics is you are going to get PPA, the place of your primary assignment, the place you are working for NYSC. It could be a school, it could be in the agricultural sector, it could be in the financial sector, it could be in infrastructure like the engineering and so on. So it could be any place that you are actually working for NYSC there. So you get a letter that you have worked very well, that you are so every month. So it is this letter that you now take to the NYSC secretariat. From there, you'll be able to do your monthly biometrics. So the monthly biometrics is just like thumb printing. So after thumb printing, you are cleared for the month. And anybody who is not cleared for the month is not, the penalty of it is that the person will not be paid for the month. I think, okay, it's not even about, NYC is now paying 77,000 naira. So imagine you are getting like 10,000 naira from your PPA, because your PPA is also meant to pay you. So your PPA is meant to pay you, but them, they like the NYC, the even when the NYC payment was still 33,000 naira, we still have PPA that pay 2,000 naira, that pay 5,000 naira. So NYC is just there. Then they just compensate you for your transport fare. Well, NYC is the main body you are working for. That is why NYC needs you in a place and your PPA needs you in a place. No matter how much you love your work, you have to answer to the call of NYSC. For example, they can just service can just be funny at times. You just wake up and see a message pop up on your WhatsApp group that every core member should be at the secretariat today. You don't even need to tell your employer. You don't even have any excuse. You have to follow the NYSC rule. You have to follow the NYSC instruction. Your NYSC first before your PPA. So after doing the monthly biometrics, you are now qualified to get your payment. And also, I want to highlight something about the medical check here. There's something they call the NHIS. NHIS. NHIS is like a medical plan for serving core members. So if you are not feeling too well, you can go to hospital, you can go to any center to get yourself treated for free. So the federal government has, like just like we always have this body, professional body usually have it too. They have it while you are working, so you get medical treatment for free. So NHIS is there. You don't need, so core members sometimes on camp they don't pay attention to these things, and when they don't pay attention, they end up spending their money. They end up right in some NHIS hospitals. So, and more about NHIS, you are going to hear it on camp. Now, from this, I'll go to travel. In NYSC, travel is something that is, should I say, detested. They don't want you to travel, especially with the rate of insecurity that we are having in the nation now. So they don't want you to, and if you want to travel, you have to travel with permission. You have to travel with what? You have to travel with permission. So if it's maybe you are just medically sick, you don't need to travel because of that. You can visit the NHIS hospital to get yourself treated. Well, if you want to travel for some personal reasons, or maybe even traveling out of the country, you have to follow the channel of communication. So let me talk more about travel. If you want to travel, there is a format of letter that you write to your local government inspector. This is when you are already in your PPA. So you write it to your local government inspector through your employer. From the place you are working, your employer must know that you want to travel. So your local government inspector must know that you want to travel. It's travel within the state by which you are serving. So if you want to travel to another state, for example, you are serving in Kano State and you want to travel state, you have to write a letter to the state coordinator through your employer, through your LGI. So that is the way you are going to, that is the channel of communication. Now, let's say you want to travel out of the nation. You want to travel out of the country. You have a reason to travel out of the country. So can we have some reasons why someone can travel out of the... Okay, my voice. So for a person to travel out of the country, you have to write to the Director General of NYSC. That's the only person who can grant you permission to travel out of. That is the only person who can grant you permission to travel out of the country. So one person was asking, what if I was sick and I cannot write letter? So the state coordinator we had then said that you are not even asking a good question. What if you want to go for pilgrimage? You want to go for the Muslim go to Hajj? You know, we are almost in the Hajj time, and you are already serving. So if you want to go for Hajj, you write a letter through your employer to the through your employer, through the LGI, through the state coordinator. You are writing to the Director General, and from there you get permission to either go or not. So that's that. I don't know why we are having almost a lot of coppers online. They are going to be referring back to the video. So now we are talking about the CDS now, and I'm getting almost to the end of my slide. So CDS, the full meaning of CDS is Community Development Service. NYSC Community Development Service. So in the Community Development Service, we have to go into our host city, our host town, the place we have been posted to. We are going to have meetings as core members. This is not individual. This is core members. So we always have different CDS. CDS, like a lot of CDS. For example, when I was serving, I was in gender CDS, so advocating for gender equality, I'll call it. So there are CDS, some CDS are EFCC, some CDS are NAFDAC, some CDS are medical CDS, some are media CDS, some are environmental sanitation, and so on. So we just look for some activities, some of the things that our host community do not have. So we are going to influence that thing to happen for them in the community we have served. So we look at the core initiative, some of the, then we are going to plan. They are going to plan. It might be individual as well, but most of the time CDS is a group work. So it's a group project. So we are going to have strategies, and then we are going to look for the ways to execute our plans, and then monitoring it, evaluating it. Then we are going to have our to to approve the project for us, and if we are going to be needing any monetary support, they can come in for us, and also the community itself can source for funds. So now getting to the last slide is, I'm not really focusing on specific aspects, so I'm just going through the 4 cardinal points of NYSC, and the last slide is the rounding up and passing out. So in the rounding up and passing out, we are getting towards the end of service. So in the last month of your service, you are going to be required to collect your final clearance, and in the final clearance there is a form whereby it's like a form of agreement between you. It's like a form of agreement between you and your employer that they are not owing you anything, you are not owing them anything. You have worked diligently, you have done all your biometrics complete, they are going to check everything like that. So core members are going to gather. Let's the final day of your service. Core members are going to gather together. So they are going to debrief them, talk to them. Even before that, there's something they call JCI, job consciousness or something. So they are going to give you orientation about how to seek for jobs outside, how to position yourself very well. Then you are going to submit the final clearance and so on. Core members are going to also, they don't really do this again. They parade, rehearsal, and parade. Although we call it POP, passing out parade. But the parade is not really there again. So, but as far as English language is concerned, we can still call it parade, as we parade ourselves on the last day. We just show ourselves, we walk around, we dance, we are happy, and we are feeling the ambience and the atmosphere. So that is the parade rehearsal, and then the passing out. I think the way they did this before is that the governor is going to be the one that will preside the ceremony. The governor is going to be there. But now I don't think this is happening again. So everybody's just going to, like, they'll be playing drums, playing musical instruments. It's going to be like a very sweet program. And also then we have those who are outstanding core members can get more certificates. But everybody is going to have their discharge certificate. everybody is going to be discharged from um, the 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 service, and then you have your discharge certificate from NYSC. So with this, I think I have been able to walk everyone through, through the NYSC cardinal points. So now, by next week, according to the NYSC timetable, it is likely that core members are going to be, by this time next week, it is likely that core members are going to be on camp. So by now, you should have some ideas the of what is going on in NYSC, and you can also always refer back to us if you have any question. So thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for listening. And um, I'm I'm so excited to have made my delivery. Thank you. Uh, do we still have?
Mm, 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 mm. Who else feels 10 times more ready for NYSC now? Like, seriously, my notepad is actually so full. So, in order to not to waste so much of our time, because we are far gone, this is 24 p.m. I would like Mr. Farouk to quickly summarize key takeaways for us so we can have something to go home with, especially for those. Thank you. Mr. Farouk, you
Yeah,
can come on.
yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful section, and thank you very much, Mr. Bright, for doing this. Let's talk about a lot of things, and we need to be candid to ourselves. He has said many things. He has given us his own share of value. He has said a lot of things, a lot of things. And you see, for whosoever is going to camp, whosoever is with us here, who want to navigate their camp and NYC journey, possibly after listening to this live, you would really have to come back here to come and listen to the recording too, because a lot of things have been said, and you have to listen to it piece by like in part bite, exactly, in bite, so that you don't get one or two things mistaken at all. So while what did I actually even want to summarize? He has said everything that you need to do, everything that you need to know while going for camp. But I would want to put one of the things that came outstanding, really outstanding for us. I said when I was speaking that the NYC is making you patriotic. People from different tribe, different culture are coming together. Mr. Bright said something about dance and drama, participation in dance and drama. I know very well that in that dance and drama, a lot of people come with their different clothes. The Yoruba people come with their buba and shokoto, their ankara. The Hausa people come with their gazna, and the Igbo people come with their particular clothes. Everybody expressing what they are. In the long run, it symbolizes unity. It symbolizes um, dignity in patriotic Nigerians. A lot of things, even in the CDS, mention CDS. A lot of camp people should also know about NHIS, so they don't start to spend the whole of their money. They are not where their parents have, for instance. They don't have to spend a lot of their money on health services. I think there is H NHIS NHIS that
NHIS.
would actually
Yes.
help people like that. That's NHIS, right? Did I get that correct?
Yes,
NHIS,
NHIS.
right? Exactly. So, and many a lot of beautiful things, and a lot of people who are going for NYC should make use the biggest opportunity in different camp, maybe like the Lagos camp or maybe some other camps. They have this a pitch session where you pitch yourself, and you can get grants to start a business, start one of the beautiful things you want to see, because exactly the NYC period will actually, like, 3 weeks in camp, the PPA and everything would eventually end. But the money you actually use to get, like the grant you get from the NYSC can actually be one of the biggest seed of your business. So if you are going to NYSC camp, you have you know how to write, you know how to speak, you know how to pitch. Take along with you those skills. Yes, speak up, talk. You talk about platoon. Try as much. A lot of things in camp. OBS. You can volunteer to be the PRO. You can volunteer to do a lot of beautiful things. That at the end, you notice that NYC is quite a very beautiful one. Yeah, you may actually say it may be stressful. Some people can have different opinion at this and that, but I can tell you that it's actually worth it. Yeah, the NYC is really worth it at the end. At least. Uh-huh.
So,
You are
sorry,
you are you
sorry,
are
can I cut?
taekwondo.
Can
You
I
are
cut
you are a
you?
government. Sorry, you can speak, sir.
Okay, okay. The last time we brought some of our some of the people who have actually served in our peak, the SUG president of University of Illinois, he said the last 12 months, the best 12 months he had since his birth was because NYSC. Although then it was done with service, was in NYSC because he was able to participate in beautiful exam, got some grants from there. So just to buttress on what you are saying.
Exactly, exactly. So you could actually use it to do a lot of different and beautiful things that could actually start for you. And you remember a lot of camp and actually, in the last day of camp when everybody is leaving, even camp, the last day of camp, everybody actually wants to be together. The love, the favor, and everybody's together. Yes, together. Everybody wants to now live on the last day. And you see some people crying, even at the end of the PPA, because eventually the NYC program is going to end, and you that time you now notice that truly, we are patriotic Nigerians. Nigerians are patriotic. That day when you actually want to eventually leave, like wow. So this thing will end. I would actually miss this person. I'll go back to my residence. And one of the biggest things you do in NYC is to connect with many people. You are actually seeing people for a very, very limited time. The people you meet, even in the same state in a camp, you may even when you go for PPA now, you'll be going to your CDS in a particular local government. It's not going to be in camp where all of you are together. So some people, if you are meeting them on the first day of camp, you may not really meet them till the end of your life again. So as you are meeting it's one or two people. It's a time where you can use to show people your strength, where you can do better. Convince people from their first impression could actually be the best thing you have ever done in life. I wish anybody who is going here, core members listening to this, I know that their service here is actually a beautiful one, and even to the PCMs, the prospective core members who are going to camp. I wish you a very good and a beautiful service here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Farouk, for that. That was so insightful. Thank you for breaking it down for us. Um, we've gone from NYC anthem, we've gone to understanding the real gist behind the four cardinal points, and this evening has been nothing short of value packed. I know most of us have came here confused. We were a little bit anxious about what NYC is all about, and I'm so sure that we are living here informed. We are living here confident, and of course, we are living here charged up like a PCM on Alawi day. Yeah. So let's not stop here. Time has been fast spent. If you need to save what you've learned, share it, start conversation, go to your various platforms, tell people about what we do, tag your PCM friend who missed this, and send them the replay when it drops. So this information
Yeah.
that you have gained, use it to own your NYC journey. Don't let NYC own you. And if you have questions that you're still curious about, don't hesitate to reach out to Mr. Bright, or you reach out to any of the admin on the platform. If you've not been added to the platform, you can just drop a message here so we can get note of you. May God bless your steps. May God guide your journey. May God make your NYC experience a story of impact, a story of joy, a story of growth. Yeah. Amen. So until we meet again, stay informed, stay intentional, and yes, stay oriented. If you have any question, you can just drop it.
For anybody watching us, if you have one or two questions to ask us, you could actually send in your questions and we can answer them here. And if not, you could reach out to Mr. Bright himself and or me myself or even Miss Ore to ask your questions. Any questions? You're still checking. If there's questions, you can type them, please.
Okay, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate your presence. You can leave now. We are dropping everything. Thank you all for your presence. We really appreciate it. Bye.